The regular season of high school girls golf ended last week. Weather marked a delayed start for the beginning of the postseason. Heavy rains pushed the 2016 Norwell Sectionals to a Monday afternoon. The sun was bright and the heat was high. 13 teams gathered at Timber Ridge Golf Course, including Fort Wayne's Homestead, Canterbury, Bishop Lures, Wayne, and Southside. But ahead of the afternoon tee-off, the ladies had a quick briefing on the free drops for the still muddy fairways and marshy greens. Some courses now had water hazards where sand traps once stood. Teeing off postseason play for the start of the day was Homestead's Anya Elizondo. She played the 18 with Canterbury's Sarah Diem. Elizondo shot a 44 on the front and an impressive 37 on the back for a total of 81. Canterbury's Sarah Diem shot a pair of 43s for an 86 overall. Homestead's Sydney Rybolt followed. She had a nice chip on hole 4, put the ball on in 2 and a 2-putt for par. She finished the day with an 86. Canterbury's Samantha McAllister pretty much matched the same shots Rybolt was hitting. Her chip put the ball a little closer. Still needed to putt twice, but finished for a par. She closed the match with a 97 overall. Homestead's Emma Schrader has about one of the best drives at this level of competition. She hits it hard and far and right on target. Only feet away from the green on par 4 on hole 4. Talking to Schrader the week before sectionals, she gave her advice about recovering from a bad hole. While she ended the day putting her advice into practice. First drive went too far right. She had to take a stroke penalty on hole 18 for going into the water hazard. But to Homestead supporters' surprise, almost lands it in the hole with an incredible shot. Finishing hole 18 with a par. That's after counting her stroke penalty, ending her day with a 77. Canterbury's Alicia Scott didn't let hole 5's distance intimidate her, or affect her score for that matter. Scott shot a 5, getting the par for that hole and a 92 at the end of the day. McKenna Hostetler shot a fantastic 2 over the entire day. When Hostetler misses this putt on hole 7, it's a bummer, but she just misses out on the eagle. This is a par 5, she taps it in for a 4, ending the hole with a birdie. As for hole 8, another par in the bag, as every stroke has perfect form and certainly doesn't hurt her final score of a 74 for the Spartans. Canterbury's Deborah Cho finishes her game strong with a par on the last hole. Hole 18 gave a lot of ladies trouble, but she recovered from a short drive to put it on the green in 2 and a 2-putt for par. She brought home an 89 for the Cavaliers. Speaking of hole 18, Morgan DeBeja has an incredible drive to put the ball on the green. This is a par 4 hole. She 2-putts to finish her day at sectionals with a birdie. She has a strong game throughout the whole day though. Hole 8, she drives the ball a little bit short. Just misses the birdie. She still gets an easy putt for par. She finished her bout on the front by parring hole 9. Her total score for the Spartans was a 73. Maria Teal led for the Cavaliers. She also parred on hole 9 on the front and hole 18 on the back. A short drive wasn't a problem with a far-hitting long stroke to the green and a 2-putt to finish sectionals. Teal shot an 88 at the end of the day. Across the course, Bishop Lures faced off with Wayne. Madeline Pape kills on the hole 13 for the Saints. It's a par 3, but she only needs 2 strokes to finish the hole. That's a birdie for Pape and a 94 overall for the Saints. Wayne's Casey Chapman plays against Pape. She matched Pape's scores on hole 10 with a double bogey. Chapman's total score was a 111 for the Generals. Teammate Molly Brem led for Wayne. She had some nice hits on hole 11, but the water hazard drop contributed to her double bogey. Brem shot 1 over on hole 13, just fell short on the putt for par, finishes 1 over and a 95 overall for the Generals. The Lures' Katie Leja plays a pretty strong game. She nabbed a bogey on hole 11 and a bogey on hole 13. Her day's total was an 89 for the Saints. Katie Leja's score placed her in the top 3 players advancing without her team, alongside Southern Wells' Rachel Harvey, who shot an 84, and the whole competition's top scorer, Amber Nelson, who shot the course par of 72. Also placing in the top 5 for individual scoring, Homestead's DeBeja placed second, just under Nelson with a 73. Teammate McKenna Hostetler and Emma Schrader placed in third and fourth with a 74 and 77. Placing fifth was Belmont's Morgan Ellsworth with a 79. The 2016 IHSAA Norwell Sectional came to a close when the scores were tallied. Adams Central High School scored a 432, Belmont with a 349, Bluffton with a 505, Bishop Lures with a 390, Canterbury School with a 355, Heritage with a 412, Homestead with a 305, Norwell with a 369, South Adams with a 413, Southern Wells with a 392, and Wayne High School with a 431. The top 3 teams at the end of the day were the same ones that started the day. Canterbury placed third with a 355, Belmont with a 349 in second, and sweeping the competition was Homestead at first with a 305. And the player of the match for the winning team?
Yeah, that's a great question. Let's see here. The 5 girls on my team, so it would be Morgan, McKenna, Emma, Sydney, and Anya stood out today. They all played really well.
But the win Monday came with hard work and dedication from hours of practice before.
You know, our girls, they did a lot of work on the putting green before we started with that, and they're really smart players. They walk off their putts, they feel the green under their feet, and because of that, they were able to adapt and putt really well today.
And the playing conditions for the day weren't the best, but the Homestead girls didn't use it as an excuse. DeBeja spoke for the ladies to explain how it did or didn't affect their game.
I don't think it really changed that much. I mean, they were a little bit slower, but I think with how hilly these greens are and how small they are, it helped that they were a little bit slower and softer.
But with the confidence this Homestead team brings, is also a little bit of brutal honesty.
I played 18, I still didn't figure them out.
Homestead moves on to regionals this Saturday.